All right. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to Candid Créoles, where we elevate, celebrate Haitian excellence and friends. And today we have Marjorie Paul, Louise Marjorie Paul, I must say. And Marjorie delivers excellent care to all of her patients. She is an MSN, an AAPRN, and FNP-BC. You're going to have to tell me what all this means.
Yes.
Field, that's all I know. And I understand a couple, but not all of it. Marjorie delivers excellent care to all of her patients, and she has been in the healthcare field since 2005. And Marjorie has practiced in multiple inpatient settings, including Mount Sinai, Jackson North, Aventura, Memorial Regional, and most recently, Cleveland Clinic, Florida. And Marjorie brings with her the experience of a lifetime, and she is fully equipped to care for you and your loved one with competence. Trust her golden hands to her healthy and long life. We're going to talk about that and more with Marjorie today. Welcome, Marjorie.
Well, thank you so much. Good evening to everyone. It is a pleasure to be with you today, Isabel. Thank you so much for the invitation.
I appreciate you saying yes, definitely. It's a pleasure having you as well. So tell me, are you, I know in this life today, the first thing we ask is, are you okay? Is your family doing well?
Yes, so far, thank goodness, especially while we are still on this pandemic, COVID-19, there's a lot that has happened. A lot of families have lost a lot of loved ones. We understand that we are in a state of grievance, but I thank God so far that my family has been sheltered, has been saved, thank God. And I hope the same for you.
Yes and no. I've had some challenges when COVID started last year. My mom passed away. I'm not saying she passed from COVID. We actually don't know because she passed in the hospital, and at the time nobody was allowed to go in. It was in March.
Wow.
We couldn't go in, so we really we didn't have access to her, and she didn't speak English. So that was a challenge. So yes, the rest of the family is doing well. We're doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Appreciate it.
I definitely can empathize because I know in that moment, not having the chance to really hold her hands, to be there with her in the room, that's something that you probably felt like you never really had closure with mom. And I really feel for you, and I hope that God continue to grant you favors and comfort you, because this is not something that is going to be easily forgotten. So I pray for comfort.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. And you're doing well. It's great to hear that you and your family, everybody is doing well. It's really good to hear that. And tell me about you. I know I was listening, I was reading all those abbreviations. So would you please tell us, before we move forward, what those means?
Okay, sure. Well, my name is Marjorie Paul, and I am an autonomous advanced practice registered nurse. I am family nurse practitioner and board certified. Therefore, I am one of those nurse practitioners who can actually open up my own practice and be able to see my own patients and take care of my patients. And of course, really taking care of everything that details around a patient with a comprehensive healthcare experience, diagnosing my patients, assessing their needs, making referrals whenever a referral needs to be done to a specialist. So I'm basically the primary care provider that you would want to have.
Okay, so you work like a doctor, basically.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. So tell me a little bit about. I know you also have you have your own business,
Yes.
and which is Vital Care, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then you're in the medical field. So what prompted you to join the medical field when you started? How long have you been in the medical field?
Oh my goodness. Well, the medical field has been a dream of mine since I was in high school. I would tell you that I started high school and I remember being in biology class. And the assignment in biology was to actually draw and the flow of blood from the heart to the rest of the body. And I remember doing that assignment and I fell in love right then and there with medicine. And I knew that there wouldn't be anything else in the world that I would be interested in but medicine, especially cardiology, because learning the way the flow of blood from all the different vessels in the arteries carrying themselves to the heart, getting to the lungs, being filtered, and then get back to your left side of your heart, and then be able to be filtered and go to your brain and to the rest of your body. It's amazing. It's a great perfusion. And that's when I fell in love into medicine. Now, I would say that
passion, you know, it's you can tell that you really absolutely love it. That would not be for my I'm not in that field. I'm in the business field. I did try. I did attempt to go into the medical field and I realized it wasn't for me. So I said business was mine. Yeah, but we each have our own thing. So I can see
yes.
Yes.
We definitely each have our own, and we are all called for something in this earth. We have our destiny, and my destiny is really to care. I love my patients. I love everyone that I've come in contact with. I love making them feel better. I love when I see that the outcomes of their healthcare is getting much better. The prognosis are better. Their blood pressures are well better controlled. The diabetes are much better controlled. Some of them had really high cholesterol, and being able to manage a diet, a good nutrition on top of exercise, and then making sure that they have medication as well. So seeing the progress in those patients' lives, that gives me life, because I feel that if I'm able to make an impact in somebody's life, I might as well make sure it's a healthy, it's definitely something that is worthy, something that is impactful, something that can add more life, more power to their lives. So therefore, medicine has always been it for me. So there's nothing else I would do if it wasn't for medicine.
I am listening to you and I totally get it. Like when you're saying like seeing how the passion is improving, it's really what gives you life yourself. And that what comes to mind as you say that was when I'm working with my clients and this on a different field, of course, in the business field. And when they tell me, I love this home. You're gonna do anything you can do for me to get this home. And I'll say like, yes, that's what I love. It's like the joy when you see the joy in a client's face, and that's when you know I'm doing good. Exactly. I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, and I can feel that. I can see that in you as well. That's really fascinating. So
no, definitely,
Vital Care Center is your business.
Yes. In July of this year, I took on the entrepreneurship role of opening my own business. And it is Vital Care Center, which is a primary care center that is definitely dedicated to especially we opened phase 1. And phase 1 is all about telemedicine. Giving now that there is the pandemic, a lot of people are staying home. A lot of the older generation are not going to doctor's offices anymore. Yeah. So I'm giving them the option of actually staying home and being seen by a healthcare professional, making sure that they still have their prescriptions, making sure that if there's new medication that needs to be ordered, still be able to manage their chronic diseases. And I open in the long after hours. Because
what does that mean? What other time we're talking about here?
To tell you the truth, right now I should be working. I open from 6:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. So therefore, I'm giving an option to people who are giving the excuses that, oh my God, I work all day. I don't have time to go see a healthcare professional. Well, you can have your physical. You can have your annual physical with Vital Care Center all the way up to 10:30 p.m. That's my last patient.
Well, it's like those urgent care places. They have really long hours as well. So that's kind of like what you're doing, but you are not urgent care.
Well, the urgent care centers are open up to 8 p.m. Most of them are till 8 to 9 p.m. the latest that you will find an urgent care center. So okay. Vital Care Center is open till 10:30, and then we have 20-minute appointment slots. So therefore, anyone who needs to be seen, as long as you go to my website, you book an appointment, you will be seen on that same night that you want to be seen. So Monday through Friday from 6:30 to 10:30 p.m. I see patients. And then on Saturdays, I also see patients from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So I have extended and weekend hours for the people who are saying, quote unquote, I don't have time to go see a doctor. I don't have time. I haven't seen anybody. And listen, we're in September of the year. So if you have not done your physical yet, you do have an option to be able to do it even in the night hours or the weekend with Vital Care Center.
So you do telecare, and then you do visit also on site.
I do telehealth right now, strictly in phase 1. What phase 2 is going to be is when I actually open the practice. So I will have a location where anybody who does not want, and it's not everybody who like to do telemedicine, because we are in a community, especially the Haitian community, most of them would like to be somewhere where the provider actually assess them. Being able to listen to their lungs, listen to their heartbeats, being able to do certain things for them and see them and touch them. And I understand that. And that is why Vital Care Center is also coming in that format where we're going to have our own location. And I can't wait to be able to share that with you whenever we have that location and the grand opening. But for now, in phase 1 is telemedicine. So there is nothing holding you back from having your physical and getting your prescription and getting your blood test done, because we can send you to get your blood test done at LabCorp, at Quest Diagnostic, or any other laboratories that you prefer. So there's no excuses for none of our listeners.
So do you have a date yet for phase 2?
Phase 2, we are gearing at the beginning of next year, God's willing.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And then where are you going to be located?
Well, right now we're looking in Miami. We want to have a location in Miami first, and then with God's speed, when we start expanding, then we'll have one in each county. That's the goal.
That's the goal. Okay, that's great, because one of my questions for you will be, where do you see yourself 5 years down, 10 years down the line?
Well, that's definitely it. 5 years to 10 years down the line. I will tell you, Isabel, right now, I am putting 150% of me into this business, because 5 to 10 years from now, we have to be in a stance where we have a lot of our patients, that we have at least 4 or 5 centers, I would hope for. And then I would love to see that Vital Care is known in the Florida market, in the entire Florida market, and then hopefully starting gearing up into getting to different states and having things in maybe Georgia that is so close to Florida, maybe North Carolina and South Carolina. The expansion is endless, and especially with God first. And I always want to put God first, because he opens doors for us where we don't even see it. Yes. So therefore, with God's speed, we hope that Vital Care Center in 10 years from now will be in a great standing, where it will be known. It will be a household name, where you need your primary care service. You better call Vital Care Center, because that's the spot that will give you premier experience and really treat you like a family member.
Okay, when I want to back up a little, and that's really great information. I mean, the way you are so passionate and then ready and willing and able, so I have no doubt that it's going to happen for you. You're going to make it happen, and with God by your side, you definitely will. And you also, I wanted to mention when we started, you said like it started with you in high school. So after you were in that biology class, right?
Yes.
What happened right after that? And you went into, when you went to college, that's when you went for your degree in nursing?
Yes, right after high school, I went to Miami-Dade College, where I actually graduated with an AA degree, which is associate in arts degree in physician assistant. And from that Miami-Dade College, I transferred to Berry University, where I obtained my bachelor's degree in nursing in 2005. So since then, I've really been going through life, working as a nurse. I worked at Mount Sinai. I worked at Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida. And then after that, I decided to go back to school and obtain my master's degree, which is the specification on nurse practitioner. So I did that in 2014. So I've been a nurse practitioner since then. And from that point on, I've worked in different fields, different industries. So I've basically been in primary care, I've been in pulmonary care, and now I am in cardiology care at Cleveland Clinic Heart and Vascular Institute. So I am the provider that actually has gathered all the very important experience to be able to manage your care, so that you know that if you have an issue with your lungs, I can handle that. If you had an issue with your heart, I can handle that. And if you just need strictly primary care, I also got you, because I obtain all these type of experiences to equip myself in a way where I can be as competent and as well equipped to take care of you and your loved ones.
Are you still with Cleveland right now?
Yes, I still work for Cleveland Clinic full-time.
Okay, and then you do vital care as well?
In the after hours and weekend.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, great. So you do have a busy schedule.
Yes.
Well,
and not to mention my nonprofit organization as well, that takes so much of my time, Pearls of Life Women Foundation. And that's an organization that is dedicated to the advancement and support of women. We do so by making sure women are getting a higher education, they are financially set and understand their finance. We want to make sure that women are living healthy lifestyles and have great psychosocial well-being. So we built this organization on those 4 pillars, understanding that if a woman is able to have an education, learn about finance, is healthy, and have a good psychosocial well-being, she is unstoppable. She is that rare pearl that you can't stop her. She's gonna get and aim to wherever she needs to be, and she will live out to her highest potential. That's it, point blank.
What, that's amazing. That's amazing. So what brought you to start your own foundation? Pearls Foundation? Did I get the name correct?
Pearls of Life Women Foundation.
And I've seen you always post in our group. It's our group, not my group. We always post in our group like the your conversation. I don't, what do you call it? I call Candid Créoles conversation. What do you call it?
Well, my
you interview different people. Is that what it is? When you have your radio show.
Yes, okay. I have a radio show. I'm a host of a radio show called Pearls Radio Show. And this is every Monday on Radio Mega, 1700 AM. And this is a radio show that we bring in different experts in the field of psychology, expert in the matter of finance, expert in higher education, as well as healthy lifestyle. So we do bring on physicians, we bring nurse practitioners, we bring in the psychologists, behavioral health specialists, and of course, the people who are realtors, financial advisors, accountant, to try to really equip our members, our pearls, which I call them our pearls, to understand that if they need anything through this platform, we are ready to make sure that we expose them to it. So if you have a platform and you're part of such an organization, you want to make sure that you're getting something from that organization. And what we're giving back is making sure we're bringing in the experts to teach, to uplift you, to make you understand the life process. How can you do better? If you have a goal, how can you make that goal come into reality? So we want to make sure that your psychology, your mental health is well taken care of, which is why we do have a psychologist, we have a behavioral health specialist who are sharing our department of psychosocial well-being. Because every time you look at a woman, you want to make sure you look at them holistic, because it's not just about just the job. You know, yes, they need to have a job, or maybe, they need to be in a relationship, or maybe some of them want to get married, some of them are single, but then are they doing okay in their whole aspect of their lives? I mean, how's your psychosocial well-being? When was the last time you sat down and you de-stressed yourself? When was the last time you took a little me time and actually go to the spa? Do something for you. Get your nails done. Get your pedicure done. When was the last time you actually went out and enjoyed yourself without feeling guilty? For our pearls who have families, we understand how hard it is raising children, having your husband, but you also need to take little time for yourself, because if you don't, you're going to be burned out and you're going to get sick. And that's where hypertension comes. And then you start stress eating, then you're gaining weight. Then after that, your cholesterol is getting elevated. And then now all of a sudden you need different medications to get you together. So what I want to make sure is that every single woman is also taking care of yourself. I know that you are a nurturing person. You want to nurture to your loved ones. You want to nurture your husband and your children, but take care of you as well, because if you're not around, they're going to be losing you. So therefore, please take care of you. That's the reason for Pearls of Life Women Foundation, to infuse in women.
When did you start the foundation?
We launched the organization in January 2018. So we're almost 4 years old.
Okay. And on a day-to-day basis, I mean, I think every woman who hears you is going to be very happy about everything you just said about women. And because you're not only addressing it from the fun side of it, you're also addressing it from the health side of it, which is very important, because without our health, there is nothing we can do. And we're limited. Without your health, you're somewhat limited. So it's every woman is going to be very happy. So when you started your foundation. What is the foundation doing on a day-to-day basis to reach those women? Is it the weekly radio show on Mondays, or is there anything else that the foundation does?
Well, we do have the weekly radio show. That's the first and number one thing, because that's the most consistent way of reaching out to our women. The other thing is that we have Faces of Pearls, where a woman who's listening to me who would love to be a part of that organization, you go to our website, which is www.pearlsoflifewomen.org, and you become a member. Once you become a member, you're part of that Faces of Pearls, which is the membership aspect of the organization. Through Faces of Pearls, you get added to our private WhatsApp group, and you get to know about all of our programs, all of our events. We do, especially October is coming, is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We're going to have seminar on that. We've done seminars on first-time home buyers. We've done seminars on financial awareness, budgeting. We've done seminar on how for women to invest, because we want women to learn how to invest their money as well and make your money work for yourself. Because if you continue to live your life where all you do is you go to work, the money comes, you pay bills, and then the rest of it, you have fun with it, then what are you going to retire on? So we want to make sure retirement is something that we're talking to our women. So we have multiple seminars. Most of them are usually on Facebook Live. And then in March, every March, which is Women Empowerment Month, what Pearls of Life has been doing is a Women Empowerment Luncheon. We've done it at the Miami Shores Country Club, where we actually bring on all the greatest experts in all those 4 pillars that I told you about. Someone to represent psychosocial well-being, someone to represent finance, someone to represent healthy lifestyle, and somebody to represent higher education. So we bring on these experts to talk to our ladies. And usually we have up to 100 members, up to 100 people who participate.
Let me ask you about the membership. The membership, is it a paid membership?
Yes, it's $50 annually. Every year, $50.
Okay, so, and then they have access to that. So when you have the fundraisers, the events, I would call it the events. I think that, to use the word that you use, is the members are automatically invited, or the members also have to pay for the event, to attend the event? It's separate, the membership.
The only event that the members pay for really is the Women Empowerment Luncheon, because it's a fundraiser. Other than that, everything else is free to all of our members. We do a holiday party every Christmas. That's completely free. for all of our members, but for non-members, they will pay a minimal fee to be able to be part of that. And then we also try to make sure that we do a community event every single year in November. And we're planning one right now because that's our way of giving back to our community. And what we do is usually a turkey giveaway. And then we do a health fair associated with it so that we can really touch the healthy lifestyles, and then also give families who are in need a turkey for them to be able to have for Thanksgiving.
Beautiful, beautiful. So you'll do the community event once a year. So that's like the turkey giveaway. So do you deliver it to people, to certain communities? Do you deliver it? Do people come and pick it up from your office, or how do you deliver it to the people so they know, because turkey time is on its way, it's coming?
Yes. Well, what we do is we actually partner with a church called St. James. Last year we used St. James Catholic Church, where we had a great drive-through, and then people were able to just come in and pop their truck, and then we just put the turkey in there for them and they drive away. That was it.
Yeah, we had COVID last year, so definitely.
Exactly. We didn't want to have a crowd of people, so we did it like that. And this year we're hoping to still do the drive, but also to add a component of healthy lifestyle. So we're making it like a health expo / turkey giveaway. And last year we touched base at least maybe 300 families with a turkey. That was good. And this year we're trying to optimize, of course, trying to see if we can make it 500 turkeys this year to 500 families.
So how do you raise the fund to purchase the turkeys? How do you raise those funds?
We ask for donations. We ask for donations on Facebook. We ask our friends and our families, and we go to businesses. We ask businesses to partner with us. One of our wonderful partners is Primary Medical Care Center. Every year, he actually say, you know what, if you're going to give 500 turkeys, I'm going to do half of them. And so he would get half, and then Pearls of Life will be responsible to get the other half fundraised for. So we have great partners in the community who has been helping us throughout the years.
That's great. And also I want to mention, like, Brenda. Do you know Brenda? She just posted twice, actually. She said she loves it, what you're saying. It's God's first, Godspeed. Do you know Brenda Joseph Just?
No, I don't. But Brenda Streety, you can be my friends. You can be part of Pearls of Life Women Foundation and get your healthcare taken care of by Vital Care Center. I appreciate that. Thank you for the comment.
Yes, Brenda is a sweetheart. Yes, she is. She is really nice. Yeah. So that's great. So wow, you have so much going on. So when you post on the page, there is usually the same lady who is also on that show. Is she your business partner in the business or on the foundation side?
Well, on the foundation side, she is one of my best friends. I've known her since high school. So we've always been doing things together. So of course, when I was about to launch Pearls of Life Women Foundation, I reached out to her. So she's the treasurer, Erica. So Erica is our treasurer, and she is the co-host of Pearls Radio Show with me. And what we're trying to do is to bring in more of our pearls to be a part of it, but some of them are a little shy. They don't want to be on Facebook. We understand, but every now and then we're trying to engage them and get them to actually participate so that we can have different faces and difference of opinions during the show, because you know you don't want to hear the same opinions all the time. Yes. It will be great to have difference of opinions at times.
Yeah, it's really good to have diversity, because then you hear different point of view. That's very important, because everybody is so unique, and that's going to help you as you grow your business and your foundation as well. So what gave you the idea of starting the foundation?
Well, the foundation, I started the foundation because I have the utmost respect for women. I really think women are definitely special species that God created with a spine of steel. Basically, I really like, you know, the Haitian thing of potomita. And like, yeah, I feel like women have been made to actually carry out so many different hats, so many different loads. And for some reason, we always carry it through and we always deliver. Some of us, yes, it may be a little bit too much on us to carry way too many hats. And then some of us succumb to stress, to depression. But some of the very strong women who can actually deliver on these things, I would tell you that I'm always amazed by their passion I'm always amazed by the way that they recover from loss, they recover from different scenario in their life, like they had a bad breakup or they had a bad divorce, or maybe they had someone in their life that they lost, and the way that they recover from these atrocity, these difficult situations. And I always feel like whatever that you've gone through in your life, whatever the struggles that you've gone through and the challenges you've gone through your life, those are the things that shaped you into the person that you are today. So therefore, don't be ashamed of what shaped you and what molded you to be who you are, because these things had to happen in order for you to really get out of that shell that you were protecting for so long. So therefore, get out of your shells.
Yes, that perfect sense. Where do you see the foundation in the future? How far, what, because I know like you're part of the community, you have the membership, and what do you see the foundation doing in the future? Because it's basically for women in the United States, right? It has nothing to do with Haiti.
Yes, for now, we're completely in the United States. But if there is something, let's say with the earthquake that just occurred in Haiti, and we know that some women may need some assistance, we were collecting fundraising to try to get what we call care packages. What we do every December as well within the organization is we actually ask for donations, we collect funds, and then we make care packages for women in distress, women that are living in shelters, the homeless women. So we've been doing that for the past 3 years. This is going to be our 4th year doing so. So we partner with 2 different women's shelters here in the United States, and then we will make those care packages by making sure they have everything that they need. I mean, when I tell you everything, everything, but whatever that you think a woman will need as far as her calms, she needs lotion, she needs shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, soap, toothpaste, toothbrush. We put socks, we put scarves, we put everything that we can in there, and we will deliver them to the women's shelters. So when something happened in Haiti as well, so we collect funds so that we can make all of these women care packages as well for Haiti. Actually, we're partnering with the Haitian American Nurses Association of Florida, which is HANA. They've been in the community for over 37 years, and they're going to Haiti the end of the month. So what Pearls of Life did is we went out, we purchased a lot of the products as far as hygiene products, and then we're going to send them to Haiti with them so that they can deliver them to the women in the different communities who are in need of them. So that's one thing that we do as well, as far as coming back and some type of relief to the international world if something is happening. We did the same thing when the Bahamas had that hurricane. We collected funds and we made care packages and sent to the Bahamas. We want to be a premier focused women organization that is going to be there for all women. It doesn't matter where you are. As long as you are a woman and you have need, Pearls of Life wants to be a part of your life. Pearls of Life wants to have an impact, no matter how small it is. We want to make sure we let you know that we see you, we understand you, and we are you. There's no difference between you and us.
When so you mentioned the Association of Nurses. So if somebody wants to provide a package for Haiti, they can either do it through Pearls of Life or they can do it also to the Association of Nurses.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
So what I want to make sure that we do is after we're done, to post the website on our page below this, so they have people have access to those resources that you're mentioning here as well. Your Vital Care Center, the foundation, the Association of Nurses. That will be really, really great. Yeah,
no, that would be great, because we would love, I mean, the more the merrier, because there's a lot of needs in Haiti right now, and whatever that you can do to help, whether it's financially or bringing us some medical supplies or hygiene products. We still have a location that is collecting funds for the Haitian American Nurses Association of Florida. So anybody that is in Miami who wants to drop off medical supplies or products, I mean, hygiene products, those are the only 2 things that we are collecting now. Or you can just go to our website and give us a donation, a monetary donation on our PayPal account, and that money will be used towards that that fund as well.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. I'm sure people would appreciate that. That's good to know. So it's there is so much that you're doing, and you still have a full-time job.
Yes.
And you have your business, and you have the foundation, and you're serving the community, and then specifically you're focusing on a woman. So when you are giving to the community, this year you said it's going to be an expo. It's not going to be a drive-by to pick up your turkey. Do you have the location of where you're going to host that yet?
Yes, we plan to use St. James Catholic Church that is on 131st Street and 441. That's where we're going to use, and we're going to have, yes, it's in Miami.
Okay, okay. So that's the same place where they picked up the turkey.
Exactly.
Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. And also, I forgot to ask you, because I like to ask to know where everybody is from. I know you have a Haitian connection. So what's your Haitian connection?
Well, in Haiti, I was born in Port-au-Prince, L'Hôpital Général. So I lived in Delma. I lived in Delma my whole time until I migrated to the United States in 1997. My mother is from Petit Goave, and my father is from Gressier, which is a little commune right after Port-au-Prince, I believe. So I never really did go Petit Goave. The only place I know in Haiti is Port-au-Prince, and then Gressier, where my father is from. So so far, great people. I would say that we lived a very good life in Haiti when we were there. I do have 2 big sisters and 1 little brother, and we are all here, and we're all doing the best that we can to be acculturated in the United States.
Are you the only one in the medical field?
Yes, I am the only one who was brave enough to go in the medical field. My 2 sisters decided to be teachers. And I was like, no, I'm not going to be a teacher, because I knew that wasn't me. And yet now I cannot believe that although I'm so busy, I also took on a teaching position for West Coast University, where I'm teaching nursing students. And I do so once a week. That's my way of giving back to the nursing field.
Okay, so you are teaching now, and you didn't want to be teaching.
I did not want to be teaching, and now I find myself teaching 1 day a week and giving back to the nurses, because I feel like if I can give back to the nursing field, it would have to be in the teaching aspect, where I can actually form new nurses to become as competent, as I want to make sure that the world of nursing continues, that we bring on strong nurses who loves the field and who will continue to build upon it and bring on the legacy behind.
And what's your position? And COVID has brought the medical field to the forefront at such a, unfortunately, tragic level, right? And at the same time, like, people are calling them heroes. So definitely making sure that you can pass what you have on to upcoming nurses that are in school. That's really admirable, really. And because they have their work cut out for them. Even without COVID just put it at the bigger extent.
In the forefront, yes.
And then bring it also to the forefront as well. Exactly. So what do you do right now at the Cleveland Clinic?
Well, at Cleveland Clinic, I am a cardiac nurse practitioner. So I work in their Heart and Vascular Institute, and I take care of patients. I see patients with cardiovascular issues. So they will come see me when they're having arrhythmias, they're having chest pain, or if they have valvular issues. So I basically see my own patients. I order labs, I order tests, and then they get to come back to me and review those things. If they need to have any interventions, I would refer them to an interventional cardiologist at that point. So I'm basically acting like a cardiologist now.
You don't have, you're not exposed to COVID patients.
I know. Well, yes and no, because I still go to the inpatient side. I go to the hospital. I see some of my patients who have had procedures done. And yes, going to the floor with COVID, you would have to definitely be well equipped
Yes.
with your face mask and of course your N95 and then of course as covered up as you can be. But my exposure to COVID patient is very limited. So I
Okay.
see most patients that are not COVID positive.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, that's I totally understand. And while we've been talking for a while, I want to make sure I keep my eyes on the clock to
Yes.
within the time the time allotted. And I want to segue into the group as what you and I were talking earlier. And I always ask people like, what's their idea? What do they think about the group? Because the group was created really to change the narrative about Haiti, and Candid Créoles, our platform now that we are conversing on, is really an extension of that, an extension of ACOHEX. Well, a celebration of Haitian excellence. I shortened the word because it's such a long name, and that's why I said ACOHEX. And so what are your thoughts about the group, and how can we bring more value in with the objective in mind to our group?
Well, I think first of all, it is a great mission and great initiative as far as calling it a celebration of Haitian excellence, because I think there's a lot of value into the title itself. Bringing on and celebrating different Haitian who are in different industry levels and who can actually bring about changes in our own homeland. Because yes, we are here, we're doing okay. A lot of us are doing well for our families, but our homeland is suffering. It's suffering a lot. And I think that if the group can collectively have a mission as far as bringing on some type of summit or seminar, different things of bringing the heads, the leaders of different community, different regions of the diaspora, and then trying to find ways on how can we be a stronghold in Haiti? How can we ourselves put together and be able to build on schools and hospitals and other things that our country is in need of to make the lives of the people in Haiti a little bit better? That would be the ideal case for me, to see that we have a group who is actively working on changing the narrative in Haiti by using the platform, by using the Haitian excellence that are in the diaspora to help, close that bridge as much as we can. I know it's not going to be easy, but we always say, "Mais en pile, chai palou." So I think that we can definitely accomplish that if we put our heads together.
Yes, like our model said, l'union fait la force. Là, nous toutes mes têtes nous ensemble, chai pa l'eau. Ça c'est vrai. That's totally true. That's totally true. And so I really appreciate that, because the goal is to really bring quality to our group, and also to everyone who has access to the group. Because in the group we have some Haitian, we have some people who are not Haitian as well. And I trust that as those who are not Haitian can see us interacting with each other, they can see the value that we bring to the world and to our world as well. But first and foremost, my thought process was to change the narrative. We have to change it amongst us first. We have to start with us. We have to start by celebrating each other, celebrating our beauty. And that's what actually led me to Candid Créoles. I said, okay, I want to bring it to a bigger platform. And it took me a while to put it on YouTube, to start on a Facebook page, because as you know, having all that you have on your list to do, things do take time, but the intention is to definitely grow it on the international level through social media, to the platform that the internet gives us.
Wonderful.
Yes, so that's basically where I am going with this, and I appreciate the idea that you share as well, because I love to get people's ideas. Like we were talking before, is always precious and important to get other people's point of view.
That's true.
That opens, keep an open mind to hear somebody else's point of view, because there is something that they have to say that you don't. There is something that they see that you don't see. So therefore, when you hear somebody else's point of view, then that gives you the opportunity to grow yourself and then to grow your platform, whichever way you choose to. Yeah. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yes.
I know we're pressing on time for sure,
Yes.
but one thing I don't want to leave without mentioning, women in entrepreneurship is very important, because as we look at the statistics, there's a lot of women who are not taking a lead. I understand that some women may just, there's nothing wrong with working your 9 to 5 and then call it a day. There's nothing wrong with that. But for some women who want to go out there and the go-getters, and they want to actually own their own business and they want to be their own boss, there's not that many of us, especially minorities that are Black, that are doing so. So I urge anyone who have that dream in their heart, that seed that you need to be planted. So find that good soul, okay, and plant that seed and be consistent with it and watering it and making sure that you do everything that you can to be successful. I would not have started Vital Care Center if I didn't believe strongly that I can be successful at it. So I pray the Lord above, my God, to continue to guide me so that this company, Vital Care Center, will become a household name to anyone who's looking for primary care by, of course, yours and yours truly, Marjorie Paul, the nurse practitioner.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I'm sure people will appreciate that. And I'm going to have to conclude. I have 3 questions and that I like to ask. First, I would like for you to use one word answer for the first 2 questions. One word answer, one word to describe your life.
As of right now, I would say breakthrough.
Breakthrough. Beautiful. Breakthrough. And one word to describe Haiti.
Haiti, complicated.
Complicated. It is complicated. It is complicated. And what advice would you give to Haitians, whether it's the diaspora or whether it's the Haitians specifically? I like to ask for advice specifically for the Haitian of Haiti, but like you what just said, the diaspora also can make an impact in Haiti. So what advice would you have? And it doesn't have to be one word.
Well, the advice that I would have for my Haitian people is, let's work together. Let's put our head together, because I believe that if we trust one another enough and we respect each other's opinion and we get together and we bring an idea, we can actually make it fruitful. Because everything that happens in life, it's something that started as an idea, and the idea was actually developed, it was dissected, there was plan, there was consistency, there was something that got to the point where the idea was actually no longer an idea anymore, it was a reality. So if we do want to do something about Haiti, we have to come together, we have to take the lead, and we have to trust one another so that we can build on whatever that foundation that we have in Haiti to really bring on something that will actually have a great impact in the lives of the people in Haiti, as well as for us in the diaspora, so that we would know that we did not just look at this and close our eyes and wash our hands, but we did something about it. We attempted to do something. So togetherness.
Yes, great advice. Great advice. Thank you so much. And on that note, any last word before I close?
Well, the only last note I would say is please call Vital Care Center for all of your needs, for your primary care needs. Our phone number is 305-627-3972.
Thank you. Thank you. And please post it as well on the page as well, so people can have it on our page. And on that note, I want to say thank you so much to you, Marjorie, for being our guest today. We trust that you will enjoy this conversation, and we trust that when it's time for your care, you will call Vital Care. And on that note, peace for Haiti and love for Haiti.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Good night.